the only one who understands what's happening. What I thought was an infection turned out to be an invasion. Look at them all. How can one man hope to defeat them?
This is the first superhero game where you really can fight the way that you always dreamed that hero could fight. So it is a marriage of like we have been able to marry the movement with combat for the first time in a way that I really haven't seen in any game ever. The great thing about Spider-Man is there's so many things that he can do. So there's this wealth of ways that you can take him in different ways. Probably the challenging part was there's so many things that he can do. So making that all work together, it's a real challenge, especially when you talk about things like the camera, where it's like, man, I cannot imagine a character that it would be harder to do the camera for, because he could be on any surface, looking at anything. I really think that we've come up with a lot of good solutions to deal with that. That just moving the camera away from Spider-Man being the target has just been key to freeing him up, so you're not always looking at his ass in the center of the screen, and freeing him up to kind of move around the screen has been huge. In this game, you have the black suit, and the ability to really switch on the fly between the red and the black suit. And we got into the whole concept of the black suit as corrupting force. So you have a morality meter, and the more things you do in the black suit, the more you move kind of to the dark side. There's also a number of decisions you make along the way that really affect that meter greatly, and have like ramifications to the story. So it will change the story. It has a number of other effects, like it. The more on the black side you are, the citizens react to you with fear, and cops are hostile to you.
It changes some of their text, doesn't it, too? Some of what he says.
Yeah. And probably the biggest difference is that there's a bunch of other Marvel heroes and villains, and if you're more on the dark side, then the villains will actually come and help you out, whereas if you're kind of more on the red path, then the heroes will ally with you. You definitely can play as pure red suit or pure black suit, and the advantage with that is each suit has a different real strengths and weaknesses that the more you play, the more you can pick up on that and get strategies of using that. But you can also just pop between suit to suit, and there's actually just there's all sorts of strategies involved with that. I like to be in the red suit that has more web-based moves
for certain parts,
and web up a guy, and then mid-combo switch to black suit and finish him off. When you want to actually bring fights up onto the wall, it's a whole host of other issues. It's a lot of camera issues you have to work with, a lot of pathing and AI issues, because now it's like, God, enemies can go anywhere. So it is a real challenge, but we thought that inherently that was Spider-Man, So if we weren't able to do that, it was early on, it was kind of a mantra for us. It's like, you're going to fight in the streets, up on walls, and through the air. So that was really something we emphasized, to the point that we have a combo meter that acts as a multiplier to the experience you get. And if in one combo you can take a fight from the street to the wall to the air, you get an extra multiplier to your experience. So it's something we really emphasize. So to really make it a sense of it wasn't just Spider-Man involved. New York's being taken over. So we really wanted to bring in all the other Marvel characters that we could into the story, to see how they would be playing their part in this. So we have tons of a huge Marvel cast. We have Wolverine and Luke Cage and Kingpin and Vulture and Moon Knight, and a ton actually able to, once you've encountered them, you can, and depending on your alignment, you can actually call them in to help you in fights. So it's really cool to just be able to fight alongside Wolverine. We have a really strong idea of what we want to do at Shaba, and that's like, we want to stay making superhero games and really become the best in the world at doing it. So we've got just a ton of ideas of where to take on Marvel characters.
Smell them out there, coming closer by the second. These are the last moments of your life.